Welcome everyone that is listening. It's Tipsy Talks. I'm Leanne.
I'm Kristen.
And we're here to have some fun today. So, little fun fact. We've got a guest today. It's Bri. Say hello.
Hello.
I don't mess around. Introductions are quick, fast. We're getting to the business. Yes. It's quarantine. We don't have time.
We don't have time. We have no time.
None at all. If you hear noise, like it sounds like bodies are being thrown around, my mother is upstairs painting a bathroom again.
Oh, I thought she was reenacting an episode of Criminal Minds.
No, that'll be later when people start to get on our nerves.
Well, you know.
But yeah, so if you heard any loud banging, that is, I don't know why she's in a bathroom. There shouldn't be that much noise. I should probably go check on it. I'm not gonna. But anyways, Bri's here to talk some fun numerology today.
Yes.
But before we get to that, we'll do like a quick little Bri, introduce yourself, and then we'll talk quickly about how the trio became the trio.
Yeah, and before Bri tells us a little bit about herself, this is the first episode we're drinking. Hey!
Yeah.
So I think that every episode that we drink, which is going to be every episode from now on, we start with a little segment called "What's in Your Cup?" And if
What's
I had
in your
music,
cup?
I would play it. There we go. That's the music.
What is in your cup? What's in that? What are you drinking? Have fun today.
All right. What are you drinking today?
Well, today I'm so glad you asked. I'm drinking a Michelob Ultra.
Okay. All right.
Because that's all that's in the fridge other than a Natty Boh, because Maryland.
I mean, I support completely.
It's also in a watermelon koozie. Hi, Harry Styles.
Everything just comes back to him, and I really appreciate it.
Because that's how my heart feels.
I accept it.
So, Chris, what are you drinking?
Today I have a spiked Arnold Palmer, since it's Memorial Day weekend, and
yeah, how'd you distribute it? Like, what's it look like?
It's in a Camp Rock cup. If y'all could see this, you would judge me. 25-year-old drinking from a Camp Rock cup. It came in a set of 3, by the way. I chose the one that has all 3 Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato on it. We don't discriminate here.
We only accept Demi Lovato and Kevin Jonas.
Very true. Sometimes Jill.
I accept Sophie.
We accept the Queen of the North.
I do. I mean, I named my daughter, my dog after her sister on the show, so.
True. Very true. But yeah, so that's what's in our cup for today's episode. Let's move right into the next segment.
Hold on. Bri's not drinking. She's underage.
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
Yes.
We do
Call
not.
me out.
We do not condone.
I'm the mother of the group. I don't let her do that.
No, we don't condone underage drinking. But yeah, that's what's in our cups today. So let's move on to talking about Bri. Bri, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. So welcome.
You're our first guest. How's it feel?
I'm so honored. Honestly, if you would have told me 3 days ago that I'd be on a podcast, I'd be like, oh my God. I know.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. It's fun though. Hey, living the dream.
All right, so tell us more about yourself.
All right. So as you know, I'm Bri. I'm underage. 6 months until 20. Fun. So there you go. But yeah, I'm in college. I go to the same school Kristen went to.
Hey.
It's a little fun fact there. That's really, I'm not very interesting. I just like to hang out with friends and family. Leanne and Kristen are probably the only 2 I talk to on a regular basis every single day, every hour of every single day. But I wouldn't have it any other way.
We're honored.
Yeah, that's pretty much me.
Sick.
All right.
In a nutshell, I could go on for hours, but who wants to hear about me?
Well, welcome again to this episode. We're excited to have you. We're going to be talking about some fun stuff today. A little bit lighthearted as opposed to the last episode. Yeah, so Bree, welcome to the podcast. We're super excited to have you. But let's talk a little bit about how we became friends because I think it's a fun little story.
Okay, so yeah, I actually met Bree first. We met at work. We started working at the same place at the same time. That's how it goes. And we got along really well. And then I was obviously talking to Kristen every day. And then I was always like, oh, this girl would be great. Like, she's a lot like us. She would kind of finish the little trifecta we have. And she'd be like our little child. And it was great. And then I think we met when Kristen and I went to work on a day that I wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started working out. Added her to the group chat. It became a group chat.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been the trio ever since.
Yeah.
Little Trinity.
The little Trinity. Yeah, we all clicked pretty quickly. And as we said, Bree pretty much finished the trio for us. We like to consider ourselves the Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe of, this generation, I'd say. We pretty much... I do, absolutely. We identify with them pretty well, and we get along really great.
Really great, yeah.
So
We do.
why not? But yeah, that's a little bit of a background of how we became friends, how we got to this point, and here we are, episode 3.
And now our little child is going to try to teach us and explain to us numerology, because astrology, all this stuff has been taking, as we said, a couple episodes in our first episode, that the astrology and everything has really helped distract us from the craziness and really just taken our mind off of it.
Yeah, it's definitely been a hobby that all 3 of us picked up together, and it's really, really been helping, to be honest with you. It's been making the time pass very quickly. I feel like I'm learning a lot. Not like my time's not useless during this.
So take it away, Bree.
Yeah.
Okay. So like Leanne and Kristen said, this quarantine's been hard. It's very easy to get inside your own head and just think about anything under the sun. So once school was finished for me a couple weeks ago, I really decided to dive into something that would keep me occupied. And also, it's something when I just want to be up in my room by myself and kind of just decompress. Numerology has been a really cool thing to learn. I'm not an expert by any stretch. And if there's anyone out there listening who has written a book on numerology, I'll probably butcher it. So I'm sorry. But it's just something really cool.
It's the Tipsy Talk way of explaining things. So this is the Tipsy Talk numerology report.
Yes.
Perfect. Love it. So numerology, I got this really cool book on Amazon because if anything, I was a shopaholic before this quarantine, and now it has turned into an online shopaholic way of living. So, oh well. But I was browsing and found a book called A Beginner's Guide to Numerology, and it has just about everything. It has everything about numerology, and then it goes into like how that goes along with tarot, astrology, crystals. So it's kind of everything we've been learning about during this quarantine in one book. So with that being said, numerology is the study of the mystical relationship between numbers and numerical patterns. So basically, it's just like if you see a repeating number all the time, you don't have to believe in numerology, but there's a reason that number is always showing up. So there's different numbers that you can examine. There's a birthday number, which reveals your special talent and a lesson. Your life path number, which is like the most important number. And that's where you find success, power, energy. It's basically everything about your life. Then you can dive into your name chart, your destiny number, your soul number, your personality number, your maturity number, your attitude number. There's a number for everything.
Seriously, it sounds like it.
Yes. So if you have like a good 6 hours, which we do not have, you can have the full comprehensive report of numerology. But I'm just going to go over the birthday number and the life path number because personally, those are my two favorite numbers.
Okay.
So with that being said, your
I'm
birthday
excited.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to start with Kristen, just because she is the first on my list.
Hello.
Let's see
So-
how correct this is.
I'm nervous.
Yes.
Excellent.
So when I computed Kristen's birthday number, which is just simply you look at the day the person is born and you reduce it to a single number. So lucky enough for Kristen, hers is just a 3.
Solid.
And yes. And sidebar, 3s are very important to us since we are a bit of a trinity. So I always hold 3s very near and dear to my heart.
Oh, so you love my birthday. That's awesome. Thanks.
Yes. Just another sign, you know. Okay, so birthday number 3s. You're friendly and energetic, and your creativity has no limits. You're joyous, social, and the life of the party.
Hashtag read platonic on Wattpad.
Oh my God.
I say
I
it
did
every
not-
episode. It's happening every episode.
Every episode. Oh, that's a lot to unpack a little bit. I like the creativity part because I do feel like I try to be as creative as possible between writing, this podcast, you know, whatever I can get my hands on. I really try to throw my creativity into it. So I like that. Don't
Yeah,
look at
too.
me like that. Oh my gosh, the judging look I just got from Leanne. Wow. Wait until yours comes up. I'm going to show like
Do
throw
it.
daggers
Because
at
while
you.
you were saying I really love creative, I was looking at your post-it notes on your wall.
What post-it notes?
Those little you're writing on the side.
That's creative. And I did it when I was like 14. And I'm afraid to pull it off. It's going to pull the spackle off of my wall, okay? Don't judge me. Continue, Bree.
Yes. So just oh my God.
Keep going.
Yeah. So just my interpretation of that, you know, we haven't been friends for a long time numerically, but I feel like when I became friends with Leanne and then Kristen short thereafter, I felt like we've known each other for like ever. So just from the few hangouts we had prior to this pandemic, I've been able to see you're very friendly, you're very social, and I've always had a good time when we hang out. So I would say your birthday number is very spot on. So now we move into the life path number, and Kristen, let me
go.
tell you,
I'm scared.
oh
God.
you have the master number of 11. So
I'm fanning myself.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to read a brief blurb from my book because master numbers are like the cream of the crop in numerology, apparently.
Oh, I like that.
Dude, a cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So master numbers have unique and special agreements. These numbers are on a higher plane, but are at risk of resting at a lower vibration. But basically, so your life path number is the master number 11, which is the most intuitive. You are ahead of your time, and the world might not be ready for what you have to offer. So, yeah, you have a gentle nature and a spiritual quality to any relationship. And famous 11s include Jennifer Aniston. So,
Hey!
kind of plays into the whole friends thing we got going on.
Wow. Everything comes full circle with us. It's actually insane.
It's a little
Yes.
creepy.
Yeah.
It really is.
Wow. I love Jennifer Aniston. Just saying. She
Same.
looks amazing for her age. Just saying.
Queen.
So good.
Yes. And then, you know what? I'm just going to touch on your soul number because I just scrolled down. So,
Touch on
of
that.
course, yeah, keeping with the theme, we're just going to do 3. So, soul number is 5, which when I get into Leanne's, and I'm not sharing my own personal, just because I want to focus it on these two wonderful ladies, but
Oh, thanks.
a lot of our numbers, like we share a lot of the same numbers. So Kristen's soul number is the number 5, which is the free spirit. So this goes into about how freedom is essential for happiness. Someone with soul number 5 has a deep passion for change, travel, and adventure, and you do not enjoy ultimatums.
True.
Very true. That's so true. Oh God, it's so true.
That is aggressively true.
Wow.
Yes. So, moving on to Leanne.
Oh, I don't want to.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Buckle up, as the book says.
Okay.
The book is aggressive.
It really is. The book calls Leanne out. So, get ready.
Oh God.
I'm nervous now.
Me too.
So, Leanne's birthday is the number 6 because she was born on the 24th. So, you add 2 plus 4, and then that reduced to a single digit is 6. So, people with the birthday number of 6 are responsible and family-oriented. You love animals.
Mm-hmm.
You are loyal. You're a perfectionist, and thoughtfulness are all part of your nature.
Cute.
Your lessons are to survive betrayal and mind your own business.
Sounds accurate.
The book told you to
back
stop.
to episode 2.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh wow. The book really told you to sit down and shut up.
The book really said, don't get involved with the people from episode 2. You should have been smarter.
Very true. Very, very true. Hey, you live and you learn. Now you know for the future not to get involved again.
Yeah. That's why I don't get involved with anything.
Oh God.
Oh, and this is just proof. I mean, you don't have to believe like in numerology down to like the nitty gritty, but it resonates. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know,
Shit's real.
yeah, it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So moving on, like I said, a lot of our numbers are the same. So Leanne's life path number is 5, and that is calculated. You take the birth month, the birthday to a single digit, and then the birth year to a single digit, and then you add it all up and you reduce it to 1 digit. So hers is 5. So those with the life path number of 5 are impulsive and up for anything. They enjoy adventure, freedom, and travel. You're more interested in spending money on travel and experience rather than material things.
True.
So
Mm-hmm.
that would probably be my lesson to learn from Leanne. You can be a source of concern for your family. You have commitment issues, but you are capable of it, and you can be faithful.
Heck. Okay, hold on. I am very faithful.
Yeah.
Yes, good sign. Now this is the really interesting part, and it goes along with Tipsy Talks perfectly. You adapt easily, so technology can be an excellent career choice. You are a natural. Yeah, you are a natural storyteller and excel at motivating and inspiring others.
I have something to say.
Oh God.
Someone with ADD and ADHD is not a good storyteller because they tell 20 at once. So,
Well, some can see that as good. Okay. You give a lot of detail. We like that.
And I would say when we became friends, like one of the first times we met at work, like you were already telling me all these crazy stories from where you've previously lived and what you've previously done. And honestly, that hooked me because I've never met someone like you before. And before we were even friends, I was like, damn, like I hope we'll be friends. She's really cool. And here we are.
You're one of a kind.
Cheers.
Okay. So now we go to soul number, the striver.
Ooh.
So you are number 8.
Sick.
It says you do enjoy material comfort and wealth.
Huh?
But I mean, doesn't everyone enjoy being financially stable? I mean,
Oh, I love money. I don't
Yeah.
have it. I love it.
It is important that others perceive you as successful. You dream big, you're not afraid of hard work, and you welcome challenges. Your ideal partner needs to be as driven as you.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can see that. You need someone that's on your level. Like, you can't be working your ass off and then have someone that's just like, nah, I'm gonna lay on the couch all day and not do a single thing.
We don't want no scrubs.
Let me start playing that song right now.
No, copyright can't do that.
I'll sing it for you if you'd like. No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely
Please go for it.
No, I'm good. I'll pass.
You
Thanks.
sure?
No. Maybe the next episode.
Okay.
Okay, so just to like wrap it up in a nutshell, I have some other points to go over. So there's just like certain things highlighted for Leanne that like really resonate, and when I was doing it, I was like, shit, that's crazy. Okay, so I just want to go over some other points that some of Leanne, and I'll go back to Kristen, some of the numbers and the descriptions that really resonated with them. So for Leanne's personality number, she also got a 5. And the numerology book says when you get like the same number a couple of times, that means like that's really you. That's what you show a lot. So your personality number is just like who you are, but also how you show yourself to others. So Leanne's is sparkling and witty, and it says youthful appearance. And fun fact, the first time we met, we were standing at a column waiting for our boss to greet us. And I turned to Leanne because I was just awkward and wanted a friend. And it was just us there. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, where do you go to school? And she's like, I'm 28.
I love that.
I was like, no way. Like, I did not believe it at all. And then she was like, no, really? And I was like, oh.
I graduated college in 2013.
And I was like, wow, I was in grade school.
I was graduating high school.
I hate when I do that.
That's wow. You are very youthful. I will agree completely.
Yeah, I for sure don't look like 28. I look like I'm 18.
But you know what? That's such an advantage for when you get older. Like, you're gonna be like 75 looking like, you know, you're 59 still. Hopefully. I support. Oh, I already know. I support.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
People have always said I look older, and I can't wait till I'm like 30 and look 50. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so let me just finish some other things about Leanne, and then I'll finish with Kristen, and then we'll be, hopefully, you'll be experts of a brief part of numerology. If not, I'll continue to text you about it after.
Yeah,
anyway,
just gonna text us about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's fine.
I forget things.
But
Is that in the numbers?
Here's the thing. I love this like concept of numerology. I agree 100%. I'm on board, but I can't do math to save my life. Not even simple adding. So like, you're telling me this and I'm like, wait, I need to write this down and figure out like all these numbers. It's going to take me like a half hour. So I'm just going to leave it for you, Bri, and then you can give us the information.
We all have our things in the Trinity.
Yes.
You know, I'm off for school. Yeah, I mean, I got the time.
Yeah.
All right, so Leanne, this is where the numbers go with astrology, and I found a lot of the descriptions actually go with horoscopes and just things we know about our astrological signs already. So Leanne's astrological equals include Gemini, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Fun fact, I'm a Sagittarius and Kristen is an Aquarius.
Yeah.
So,
that's sick.
I love that.
We're not going to speak of the Gemini, though. We're going to move on from the Gemini. Pretend like that's not a part of it.
No. Yeah. Who's a Gemini? No clue. No, don't care.
They don't matter.
No.
Irrelevant.
Sorry if I actually have any friends that are Geminis. There's just one Gemini we're thinking of that is irrelevant.
Yeah, you all matter except for that one.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yes. So, important crystals include aquamarine, turquoise, and fluorite.
Ooh.
Very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then colors include turquoise and shades of green blue.
My eyeballs.
Ooh.
So, there you go.
Great.
Oh my God, I love that.
My eyeball color was meant for me. That's sick.
I love that.
So then moving on to Kristen, her astrological equals are Libra and Cancer.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
I don't know any Libras, so I don't think I do.
Whatever.
I know one, but we won't speak of that.
Oh, okay. That's
They
fine.
don't
You'll know. um, so then your crystals are moonstone and quartz.
Ooh, I
Ooh.
like that. I love anything with moon in it.
Moonstone is so pretty.
I don't really know
But it's
what
like
it
a
looks
symbol.
I have to Google it later.
And it's funny you say you love anything with the moon because that's what you're ruled by.
Ooh.
That's why you do.
I do. That's why I love moons. Literally, I'm going to pull this out right now. No one can see this except you guys. But I have this eyeshadow palette. It's an astrology one, and it's got all moons on it. And I literally wanted it just for the moons on it.
Wait, what am I ruled by?
You were ruled by Mercury and Uranus,
Uranus.
Ooh.
and I am ruled by the sun. So
Sick.
I like that.
look at us. Yeah. So your colors, Kristen, include orange, peach, and gold.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like
So
peach. I like gold. I love gold. Oh my god.
Yeah,
My ring
very
is gold.
it's very summery.
Yeah. Ooh, it's like it reminds me of Harry Styles a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
We're always bringing it back to Mr.
Always, always. I feel like that's like his aesthetic.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, continue.
Okay. So then I'll just go over. So this is actually, if there's anyone listening who is like an expert in numerology, and feel free to DM me because I can't figure out Kristen's personality number. I'm getting a -3.
Okay.
I'm getting
All
a
right.
-3. So I don't know if that's just like the opposite of a 3 description. Like if it's like, you know, in like how tarot cards can be in reverse. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't really research that. But yes, we're just gonna skip over that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna Google
Yeah.
it later though, because now I'm concerned. Should I worry about my personality?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hell.
Not to worry. But your attitude number is a 5, which
Ooh.
goes along with Leanne.
Yeah.
So
We do have the same attitude.
We do.
Yes. Yes.
We really do.
I'm gonna pull up what mine is because I don't think I have the same, but I'm just curious now. Because there's like this thing in numerology, like you can check compatibility based on the numbers and whatever you're off. So say like, let me find out what I am. Hold on. My attitude number is an 11,
Oh.
which is a master number, like I already discussed. So that kind of goes along with Kristen. But it's really cool because even if you're the same number, that basically means like you're a mirror. So you're very alike. And you have all the same traits, obviously, because it's the same number. But if you don't have the same number, there's this thing called a soul stress number. And that's just if you subtract your respective numbers, whatever that number is,
Mhm.
that's like where you have tension.
Oh.
So for example, my attitude number is an 11, whereas Leanne's is a 12.
Mhm.
So our soul stress number is a 1. And that just, so that in the book, it says that we need independence. So we need friends outside of our friendship
Mhm.
in order to remain friends, I guess.
Yeah.
Not really sure.
Huh.
And then we just have to guard against being stubborn, which I think everyone should do in a friendship or a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
there's a plug for that. But yeah, so that's basically numerology in a nutshell. I probably didn't describe it as great as some people, but I'm going to finish because we've already discussed how we are interested in tarot and astrology and how everything works out. This book actually tells you, based on your life path number, which tarot cards are you. So if you're doing a reading and you're getting this card a lot, chances are it could be how you're represented in the tarot, or someone you know. If you calculate their life path number, all you really need is someone's birthday, and you can calculate anyone in this world's life path number.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Good thing you're in pandemic. You can do so many.
For real.
exactly, right? This could be a full-time job. Hey,
Start a
Get me on
YouTube
Etsy.
channel.
right? So Kristen's tarot representation So this goes off. So there's in tarot, there's the major arcana and there's the minor arcana. So the major arcana is things such as the Hierophant, High Priestess, etc. And then the minor arcana is the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. So because Kristen is an 11, she is the High Priestess in the major arcana, as well as the Justice card and the Judgment card.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like that lines up. Whew.
You're pretty powerful.
That's scary. Don't say that out loud.
And then you're also, because there are no 11s, you're the 2s of the minor arcana in a 56 card tarot deck. And that has to deal a lot with illumination and intuition.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. Which experts say the more you read into like this kind of stuff, you're already like at a heightened intuition without even realizing it. And you don't necessarily have to believe it. It's just kind of what happens.
Interesting.
So
that's scary. That's a lot of power. Help me catch me reading up as much as I can and being like,
I need more power.
So
you just turn into a psychopath.
It's actually funny because in your reading, Leanne, it says that like you need to watch yourself because you could go on a power trip. So
oh my god, maybe you're gonna try to take my power and go on a power trip.
Whoa, interesting. Maybe.
Should I be aware? Should I work?
You're right.
All right. That's what everyone says before they go and do something. You're fine.
I guess you should watch your back.
Great.
So that's a perfect segue into Leanne's tarot representation. She is the Hierophant, the 5s of the the minor arcana. So 5 of Cups, 5s of Wands, and she is the Temperance card. Ooh. So that kind of goes with don't go on the power trip, Leanne.
Whatever. I do what I want.
Oh my god.
Yes, so that's basically all I have.
Wow, that's interesting.
What?
It really tells you a lot.
Yeah. Listen, people could be, if you're still listening, thank you. It's kind of just like crazy to hear about. Like, we don't live by any of this. Like, this is literally little fun, quirky little hobby that we decided to pick up. It started with us just finding pick-a-cards on YouTube, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we were just like, we're like, whatever, let's just think about it. Let's just start picking random numbers. Let's have fun. And then every single time we did it, they were scary, like accurate on things. And then we were like, let's just learn more about it. It's occupying our time. We get pulled into it. I know especially Kristen and I have these personalities that like, if we're into something, we're all in.
Yeah, we're like very addictive personalities.
Yeah, we have super addictive personalities. Luckily, we're using it for this and not like drugs or something. Like, we literally both, like, that's probably why her and I clicked so well right away, is that like, if we're into something like a movie, we're watching all the interviews about the movie. We're learning everything we can about the movie, about the TV show, about all of that. And it throws us in and makes us forget about whatever is actually stressing us out. Yeah. And during this pandemic, we just kind of let this whole astrology, zodiac, now numerology, and all this stuff kind of be our take a breather moment. And then once that starts to freak us out too much, we just start thinking about the pandemic again.
I never thought I'd say that the pandemic takes us away from the stress of something else. Yeah, it's definitely interesting to look into because, as Leanne said, we kind of just started with pick-a-cards and we moved into like some more numerology, some more astrology stuff. And I never saw myself as a person who would get into this. I know, like, when I was in like grade school and high school, I'd hear about the stuff and I'm like, none of that's real. Like, I would read my horoscope like once in a while and I'm like, this isn't me. But then I looked into, birth charts and how there's different, signs that are in your chart. And I started realizing, oh, yeah, I connect with this. Then we moved into, you know, numerology and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be here doing a full episode on numerology, and like I know people are probably listening like y'all are crazy, but seriously, if you look into it, you really start to notice that things are aligning with your personality, they're aligning with your day. Like I know Bree said in the beginning, you know, it's when you see numbers often too. I mean,
Yeah.
how many times do I text you guys saying that I see like a certain number all the time?
Which is
You
also
know.
why Bree was like, I'm gonna start figuring out numerology, because all of
Right.
us were seeing certain numbers like literally 20 times in one like car ride or walk or anything.
Yeah.
Like I would, especially when I was working, when I was driving up to Philly for work, I would see like the same 3 numbers on the drive up multiple times, to the point where when I parked my car, I was like, this is how many times I saw this number, this is how many times I saw that number.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? And we were like, these have to mean something. Like, you don't just keep seeing the same random numbers. Like, it's not like it was, oh, I saw the 95 sign so many times, or like a tip. It's like random numbers that don't make sense to why we keep seeing them.
Yeah, numbers that we had no relation to before are suddenly mean something to us.
Like I was seeing a lot of 53s,
Mhm.
and I was seen as like 53, but then you separate it, a 5 and a 3.
Mhm.
3, like 5 is one of my numbers. 5 is both of our numbers, and then the 3 is a big number for all of us.
Right.
So it was just very interesting once we looked into it. Like, separate these numbers that you're seeing. Like, there's a number. There's like a bunch that Kristen was seeing that was like 3 numbers all together,
Mhm.
and then all 3 of us started seeing them a lot. It was just it was stuff that was like so weird that during this time we're like, whatever, let's just delve into it. Who cares?
Yeah.
And
Go ahead, Brie.
Okay. And I even just want to say, like, even if you don't want to go into like your birth number, your life path number, what the heck does a 444 mean?
Yeah.
Even looking at 1111, like as a kid, I constantly would see 1111, make a wish. Like you're taught that from a very young age.
Yeah.
That's numerology.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we just never knew it.
Hey, why don't you explain 1111 out of numerology?
Ooh.
Okay, sure. So 1111 is like the intuition number. It's kind of like everyone's like beginning into it. You notice the 1111. I notice my birthday a lot, so I see 1127. That has a meaning. So basically with 1111, that's just when you like say it, and that just means you're having like a spiritual awakening type thing. So I mean, it, like for us, we do it as a hobby, but like I said earlier, looking in this, just experts say like your intuition goes up. So it's so much as just feeling something in your gut. Like that's intuition. It doesn't have to be like this crazy I have powers type thing. Like we're all born with a natural instinct. So when you look into this stuff, that's kind of what happens. And then the book goes into, once you notice that a lot, if you start noticing 1010, that's like the next level.
Ooh.
So it's something cool. Like I feel like you might not be able to relate, like not everyone wants to calculate all these numbers, but like I'm pretty sure most people I would ask relate to 1111.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they
that's
just
something interesting.
never knew it.
That was a lovely little fun chat. I hope you all enjoyed it. I also really hope that this flows great. But
yeah, I think it actually
Tipsy
does.
Talks, I can't even talk. It's Tipsy Talks. We've done a lot of talking today. This has been fun. Bree, thanks so much for coming on the podcast and explaining numerology to us and all of our 15 listeners.
Thank you for having me. I hope people don't think I'm crazy now. I swear I'm not.
They don't think we're crazy.
I mean, they already know we're crazy, so.
Yeah, true.
This is nothing new.
Sick. Great.
Nothing new.
Love it. Is there anything that, Bree, you want to say? Is there anything that Kristen wants? Is there anything that we feel like should be talked about on this episode one last time?
No, I think we covered everything.
Sick.
Yeah, I think we hit every point. It was very informative. And I think we should move into our final segment of the episode, which is the best segment of the episodes.
You know,
What is it?
I gotta say, it's a very exciting episode. And it goes by a little fun little ditty. Dad jokes with Leanne. Hi, guys.
Always different. I love it.
Hi, guys. This is Leanne. And I'm staring at 3 jokes right now. And I feel like I want to do the shorter one because I don't think I could properly say the other 2.
Oh, God.
You know, guys, I like jokes that are about the eyes. The cornea, the better.
I think that's one of your best ones.
Thanks for the dad jokes.
Oh,
Where that one came
that
from.
was new. I actually love it. I think you should do it every episode.
I'm not gonna remember.
I'm gonna make sure I play it right before we record the episode. It's in your head.
Sick. I'm gonna strike through that one. Yes.
I got a little nervous when you started talking about eyes. I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna go well for me.
As I was saying eyes, I was like, Kristen's gonna hate it.
No, it was good. It was a good one. It didn't make me freak out. We're good.
Good. Someone just opened the basement door.
Hello.
All right. So thank you guys. I like you a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Go follow us on Instagram, Tipsy Talks Podcast.
Damn. That's my favorite thing.
Go follow us on Twitter at Tipsy Talks Pod. Email us tipsytalkspodcast2019@gmail.com, or check out our website. It'll be linked below in the description. You can submit some questions, topic ideas, and your stories to us. And if you want to talk more about numerology, astrology, whatever, send it over to us. We would love to answer and maybe add you onto the podcast.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and our socials are linked on Instagram. We'll have a story up for Bree with her socials linked on there as well. Check her out. Go follow her. Show her some love. Thanks for listening.
Woo! What a great episode. Thanks so much. Like you guys a lot. Cheers.
Bye.